NCBA Insurance Company Limited was formerly known as AIG Insurance Company Limited, has a 52-year heritage in the insurance market in Kenya, being part of a global insurance network that was headed by AIG Incorporated in the US. We had NCBA Group being a shareholder on that board, owning specifically a third of the shares. After AIG indicated that they wanted to lead this market, the board took up the remaining shares from AIG, and now we are a fully owned subsidiary of NCBA Group from the 1st of July 2024. It was an opportunity for us to demonstrate to the commercial banking customers the importance of insurance in their strategy and in the moves to grow their businesses. The businesses that make part of the commercial banking suite in NCBA Bank require insurance solutions for them to be able to move and grow their businesses, while at the same time taking advantage of the insurance protection that we offer to them. We find that in very many instances, customers do not appreciate that insurance goes beyond just merely giving them a protection aspect of their business. It also allows them to get confidence so they can be able to grow their businesses faster, and also to mitigate risks that ordinarily would be on their balance sheet. Once they de-risk those risks from their balance sheet, they find that they have additional capacity to be able to grow faster. So we cover businesses for risks such as fire, and can be a big business or a small business, theft, burglary, flooding, that is also taken care of under the flood insurance, and also a little bit more technical, the indemnity classes, where we cover your directors and officers from legal liability, from risks from the employees that comes under WIBA or under employers liability, and also very fundamental risks such as travel. You can be traveling as a corporate, or your directors are traveling, or your staff are traveling, and we're able to cover them from the various risks that they may be exposed to when they travel. For instance, losing your luggage, being exposed to undue delays, or even falling ill when you're away from your station of work. In terms of emerging risks, what we're seeing is that climate change has brought with it various exposures to businesses. If you recall, last year in Kenya, for the first time, Nairobi, which was hitherto not known as a flooding area, was exposed to a lot of flooding in the residential areas such as Runda, Athi River, Syokimau, and even parts of Kiambu, different from before, when we used to have a lot of flooding from around the River Yala, Tana River, or the Lake Victoria region. And with it came a lot of exposure. We had individuals' homes underwater, significantly so. I think for the first time you saw people being evacuated with boats, and it was not an expected risk. We also had a lot of factories have their go-downs exposed and their stock, whether it was paper or materials for their businesses, being destroyed by the water that was settling in those areas. We also had a lot of SMEs who ordinarily use residential homes as their factories of their places of work, and that is where they would store their machinery, maybe in the lower floors or in the basement, have the equipment completely destroyed from these flooding risks. In fact, for the first time, the flooding claims in Kenya amounted to 5 billion in the year 2024, and the insurance sector came out in a big way to support businesses and individuals to be able to recover from this. So climate change is coming with its own issues. It's affecting the agricultural sector, it's affecting our commercial businesses, and it's also affecting us as individuals, because our home and our personal property and our small businesses were affected. As we come out of the COVID brought with it a big need to digitize and to automate our businesses. And we found that by growing our digital infrastructure, with it we also grew our exposure to cyber risks, whether it was carrying out operations from our phones, or whether from personal laptops or from computers. We found that criminals have found a way to hack our businesses, be they small enterprises or large enterprises, be they financial institutions or just you as an individual. A lot of people have lost a lot of money as well as businesses due to cyber risk. The other emerging risk that is out there has to do with geopolitical risk and changes in legality. Previously, data had not come under the scope of regulation, but now you find that businesses are being fined about how they handle data for their customers and even their own data. In as much as we cannot directly insure you from these risks, we can be able to help you to deal with some of the liabilities that arise when people sue you because of such calamities such as being hacked and you lose your data, or you find that people's data has been exposed out there. So those are just some of the emerging risks that we help customers deal with.